Hello there, and thank you for tuning in to this Tuesday edition of Born to Be a Star. Today is Tuesday, another day, another opportunity for you to recognize your star power, another opportunity for you to see all the things that you can be and all the things that you can accomplish. The world wants to tell you all these different narrations or variations or things that they assume is important, and half of which doesn't matter. If you say to yourself, yes, I can. If you say to yourself, I'm never giving up. And if you say to yourself, why not today? That means you're going to get things done that you actually need to get done. You're not giving up on yourself, and you're telling yourself you can do it. Why not be that difference in your day that is going to make a difference in someone else's day? Why not be that difference? Why? There's a question. The world is a big place full of a lot of people. And we've been through a lot with COVID and everything. And I don't want to start talking about COVID because you know how I feel about it. It's a ruse. And they just want to control us and tell us we can't go outside and other things we can't do. Everything happens for a reason. You are a star, meaning you are light, meaning you are the difference, meaning you are something else, meaning you have the calling to be the brightness in the darkness, and you can't run away from that. When you have a calling to be the light in the darkness is always going to be right near you, trying to tell you what not to do. And you have to be brave and say, I don't care. So, moving into the next part of our conversation, don't forget that you're a star wherever you are. It doesn't matter what country you're from. It doesn't matter the origin of your family. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is what's next. Because the one thing we all have to realize, we can't go back in time. This isn't a movie, it's real. Moving into the next part of our conversation, let's talk about no media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because they lie to us anyway. So, yesterday, the soup of the day or the tea of the day was that Joe Biden thought that January 6th was July 6th, and he messed up the dates, and I kind of made fun of him momentarily for the tea of Monday. And it's Tuesday, so why am I talking about him on Tuesday? He's going to be a lame duck president. And I don't remember what I called it yesterday. I probably said the wrong thing yesterday, but I'm calling him a lame duck president today because if Kevin McCarthy wants to hold up what he said and be taken seriously, then that means we can't allow them to not do their job. That's what that means. This means this is not just simply us just electing these people in to talk about what they're going to do and never do it. I don't want to hear about all the shit you're going to get to at some point where I live at. Are you elected in the office just to say that crap? Just like the whole AOC thing, right? I mean, these people are saying things incorrectly, acting like they're stupid, acting like they don't have the ability to do things. And I don't get it. Like, what are we talking about? Why are we acting like these people are famous? They're not. They're normal people that have convinced us that they matter more than they actually do. They're not supermodels. They're not superheroes. They're politicians, and they work for us. And if they can't do their jobs correctly, they should get fired. A lot of people can't do jobs correctly and end up getting fired or laid off or replaced or demoted or whatever it is. That ends up happening to them. It's a possibility. Honestly, If we are going to make a difference or make a change, we can't be slow about this. Joe Biden is an embarrassment, not just to me, but he should be an embarrassment for everybody that lives here. He cannot hold the cognitive sentence. John Fetterman is representing Pennsylvania, and God damn it, I'm so happy I don't live there, because what a ball of crap he is. Just one thing after another, lie after lie after lie after lie after lie, and no one's held accountable, and no one wants to say anything. People just love acting like, oh, it's okay. We're about the people. We're about making sure everybody feels included. And I heard somebody say, some random person, right? Somebody was having a conversation. They're talking about their parent or somebody having diabetes. And the person made the comment, I wish where we live cared. And I almost wanted to stop this idiot and say, why is it the responsibility of other people to care about your mom? Isn't it your mother's responsibility making sure that she has good enough medical coverage that she doesn't have to worry about her medication for her diabetes? Or why didn't she take care of her body enough so she didn't get diabetes? These are options, right? What are we talking about? Why don't you have a conversation with the pharmacist or the doctor to figure out what medical coverage is going to best meet what you need at that time in your life? The whole idea that we want to criminalize people that have money or that live in a certain suburban area, or we want to act like that's the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is you don't want to be responsible. Your mother doesn't want to be responsible. Your father doesn't want to be responsible. You people want stuff given out to you like a handout. That's not how this works. If you want to be successful, if you want to have a good life, you have to work hard for it. Nothing's given away for free, because if good things were given away for free, then everybody would be in a line to get it, right? Nothing good is given away for free. Nothing. Be smart. These people are evil. These politicians I'm talking about don't give a fuck about anybody. And yes, I said fuck because I meant that word. The stuff I'm saying is not nice. Nobody's going home to their houses, their big houses with their security, with their Teslas in their garages, or their Porsches that they have available, or their private jet planes. Like Pete Buttigieg actually complained about the airport. Yet he's in charge of it, but he's on private planes. And why is Biden going on another vacation? He's the president of the United States. When Trump was in office, when he was playing golf, all you people did was talk about him and what he was doing. Biden's doing it, and no one's saying anything about it. It's like he just gets all the hall passes, and he gets forgiven for everything he does because he's Joe Biden. I don't care about Joe Biden. I definitely hate Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, and the Obamas are an embarrassment to anybody of any color anywhere. If you are black and you're still excited about Michelle Obama and you're saying that you want to read her book, or you want to be excited about her character, you need to look into her. Do some actual research into Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama isn't helping black people with anything. She isn't. And if you want to aspire to be like Michelle Obama, then first step, you probably want to go to law school. Second step, you probably want to save your money and do things that make you very affluent. And if you're not following that narrative, then you're just a regular Joe trying to act like you're somebody else. That's fine. Anyway, things are going to change. And people are going to get tired of the lies and the pretending. And things are going to happen. That's it. Moving into the next part of the conversation. Thanks for tuning in to this Tuesday edition of No Media Allowed, No Media Allowed, No Media Allowed. They lie to us. They lie to us anyway. They're lying to us anyway. Let's get into it. When people forget who they are, maybe you just bring them back to reality. Like if someone's talking to you disrespectfully, allow them to talk to you disrespectfully. But at some point, you might want to steer them in the correct direction by just letting them know, if you're going to talk to me like that, that's fine. But I might not be who you think I am. Because how much shit are you going to take from people? That's a question. Right? Right. We have to be careful. People like to get it in their mind that they're these people that matter more than they do. That comment I just said to you about Michelle Obama is what I'm talking about. You have this one assumption about somebody because you see them and you think they're special, right? But that doesn't mean that it's worth it to argue with people or to get in disagreements or to allow them to steal your joy. If these people want to act stupid, let them. Who cares? Like, if you think you're so important and you clearly aren't, and you forgot who you are, like you have some extended position that puts you in some sort of power, but you forget the fact that you're still a human being and you still just live here like everybody else does, and you assume you're so important, yet you forgot what it took for you to get to that place. I say, go ahead, right? I say, think whatever you want to, even though it's like you're claiming you have memory loss, because clearly you're in denial, or you're just in a situation where you don't want to admit reality, because it probably sucks to admit the fact that you suck. It probably sucks to admit the fact that you haven't really done everything you want to do. You really haven't traveled to the places that you wanted to. That house you bought, you really don't like it anymore. It's really too much. You live in a town that you really don't care for. You have a car that is not really meeting up to what you want. And the college you went to really doesn't matter. And what did you actually learn in college? Because what year did you graduate? What did you major in? What are you doing now? And if you went to college, how could you possibly be doing what you're doing now? Okay, these are things I'm actually talking about. If you didn't go to college, then that means your life has really been different because you didn't go. That's what it means. It means that you're just miserable. And you're pretending that you're somebody that you're not. And that's fine. And it's kind of funny to watch these people just dance around denial like they're somebody important when they want to tell their life stories, or they want to tell you something personal, like they think you care, and they want to just keep talking, and they want you to feel sympathetic toward them or understand what they're doing now. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't have anyone to tell my stories to because no one's going to listen to me. And my story isn't something that I want to just tell random people. My story is for my family members to know and for me to be successful. Like, my story is a lesson for my child and the father at my church, for the people of my parish. That's what my story is for. What happened to me is something that's only going to make me stronger. I'm not pretending I'm somebody I'm not. I'm not confused about where I am in my life. I know exactly where I am. I know every step that has ever come before me has resulted in where I am now, which is fine. But what I'm going to tell you is these people that are confused are using confusion to play a very deadly game with themselves. So let them play stupid with themselves. Next part of our conversation. Cruel intentions have cruel endings. If you're going out of your way to be disrespectful, rude, a cunt, condescending, and just really irritating and annoying and just horrible, if you're going out of your way to be a horrible person and you're constantly going at someone over and over and over and over and over again, it is going to end differently. Because cruel intentions do have cruel endings. And I am a firm believer in karma and payback. And yes, I do think payback is a bitch. And I think if you give bad intentions out, you are going to get the bad things back. So for all those people that want to do really cruel things to others and think they're never going to get it back, just wait. It's going to happen when you least expect it, when you really want something to go the way you want, and everything's going to come crashing down like the end of the world. But it's going to happen in this moment when you least expect it, when you really don't want that to happen. And there is going to be no way for you to get back in the good graces of anything. You're just going to be done. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. You're going to be wallowing in the smelliest shit you've ever smelled before. And you know who you're going to have to blame for that? Yourself. Again, I don't feel bad for you. If you give off bad vibes and you're not a nice person, you deserve all the karma in the world. And it's coming for you. I'm a firm believer in the Bible, in God. I'm a firm believer in a lot of the things in the Old Testament and the New Testament. I've read the Bible with my mom. I did a Bible study, a Bible practice. I've done a lot of things in the Baptist church, and now I'm a part of the Catholic church as well. And doing this RCIA with the Catholic church I'm becoming a part of is really opening insight for me. When you do bad things, you get it back. Unless you're asking for forgiveness or you're admitting what you did, you're going to get bad things back. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop that. So I don't feel bad for those people that are going to get everything back. And the best feeling in the world is knowing you're going to get everything back. The best feeling in the world is knowing that you're not going to be able to hide from karma. It's going to be on that Monday when you think it's going to be a great sunny day and you think you're going to have the best vacation ever, and it's going to rain and you're not getting on that plane and your whole vacation is going to get screwed up. Or it's going to be on that Saturday when you're trying to come back and you can't get on a plane because you lost your passport and you're stuck in Germany, or you're stuck in a country that you can't get out of. And you have a job, and if you don't get back to your job, you're not going to have one. And it's going to be at that moment when you don't have your passport or any money or anything, and your phone dies and you don't know where the charger is, that I'm going to be laughing, or God's going to be laughing. And that's going to be karma, because He is just, and everything you give out, you get back. Remember that. So if you're being smelly and stinky and just rude and all these horrible emotions and you're that person, karma's coming for you. It's waiting for you, and it's going to knock your door down and give you everything you deserve. Courage depends on you. Courage does depend on you. You have to have the the ability to be courageous in difficult situations, and you have to have the ability to see things that might not be there yet. Being courageous is difficult. Being positive, knowing that things are going to be okay when things aren't, isn't fun. Thinking yes I can when I'm thinking no I can't, or do I really want to, isn't fun. I've said it time and time again. Do you think I want to deal with polycystic ovary syndrome? Do you think I want to deal with the fact that I can't have my own baby and all my fucking friends are having babies and my family members are having babies, but I don't have a baby? Do you think I want to deal with that? Do you think I want to deal with that? No, I don't. That is the worst feeling in the world, to go to a doctor and have a doctor tell you, yeah, you got polycystic ovary syndrome. For no reason. It doesn't have anything to do with weight, right? Because that's not the reason I got polycystic ovary syndrome. That's not the reason. But I can tell you it's random and it sucks. And I can also tell you I've overcome the fear of wondering, am I going to be a mom? I've overcome the fear of wondering, am I going to be able to have my own child? I've overcome the fear of, when's my time coming? Because if I don't believe, if I don't have hope, if I don't have faith, who's going to have it for me? No one. Difficult things happen to people every day, and you have to be brave. Be courageous, even if you don't feel like you can be. Because if you're not, you'll miss the light. Because you're the light. Next part of the conversation. Skip, thanks for tuning in, but you're belching, bro. Did y'all hear him? Bro, he's such a fucking pig, yo. Just belching and just allowing himself to ruin the happiness. Chase your dream. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, right? We did talk about that yesterday. Big dream, wild results. Chase your dream. If something's not happening at the rate you want it to happen, make it faster. If something's not happening the way you want it to, make it your now. Make it your present. Make it your current. Don't push stuff on a back burner or wonder if things are going to happen at a different time. That's not smart. And I'm just saying, be brave. Next part of our conversation, don't give up. Just because whatever you're doing is not working today doesn't mean it won't work tomorrow. I just told you that story about my polycystic ovary syndrome and feeling threatened and feeling like I can't catch up with people my own age and feeling like I'm a failure because I don't have kids. No one's calling me mommy except for my dog, right? Like, I have these feelings where I feel like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to catch up? But then, I have my husband belching and everything, so that lets me know, I guess I'll be okay. Don't give up. Maybe you applied for school and you didn't get your financial aid yet and you're waiting for it. Maybe you don't know what you want to major in. Maybe you have a job, but you don't know what you want the job to be. Don't give up on yourself. I've been there. I understand. I felt it. Be brave. Hold on. Don't give up. Next part of our conversation. Time to spill some tea. Okay, the kettle has just been turned off the stove, and we are going to use some of our secret bags to have some Mint Majesty. Delicious. Tasty. So good. Are you ready for it? Dude, why did Jerry Renner fall into a snow plow or a snow blower? That's the tea of the day today. I saw the picture of him on like People or whatever some weird thing is, and it's very strange. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with this. I'm not sure what he did, man. Like, is this funny or is this serious? Should I be laughing at him or should I feel bad? Like, I think he's an amazing actor. I can't wait to see season 2 of the Mayor show that he's on, you know. But, dude, how did you fall into a snowblower and it was at your house, man? Like, how the hell did that happen? Like, I could just picture him doing it, and I'm just questioning, like, did this really happen? Like, did it really happen? I don't know. Hilarious. I hope he recovers, but I still think that that's just absolutely hilarious. And other tea, here's some other tea. HelloFresh and a lot of these other companies that are delivering food to people's doors are basically going bankrupt. Are they going bankrupt because people are out and they're buying their own food, or are they going bankrupt because like their demographic they should be adhering to is people that live in cities or suburban areas that cannot get to stores like that? I mean, how do you have an electronic service and you're failing? How does that work? I don't know. I don't get it, and I've talked to you about that on VeekStar many times. I was offset to do HelloFresh, but then I heard people complain about the quality of the food and stuff, and it just made me feel like, why would I spend money, time, and effort doing that when I could probably just make my own food my own way? Just a thought. Next part of the conversation, Samaritan, which looks really good. Most Dangerous Game, and I'm pretty sure that this is all on Amazon. Pray for the Devil, that is on Amazon too. Marksman, that looks decent. Maybe I'll try it. Star Trek Into the Darkness. I'm not sure if that's going to be like a good variation of Star Trek, but I'm willing to try it. We'll see what happens. Time to dive into Disney. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of Disney. There's nothing on Disney. There's nothing there. I'm not sure what's next, and I don't know what they're gonna do to try to rebuild themselves, because they have to do something, and the whole wokeness idea that they're attempting to do is failing, because woke doesn't sell you memberships. Because woke doesn't make people go to movies. Because woke doesn't work with parents with kids. So the whole Disney idea is just embarrassing. They're getting everything they deserve in Florida, and I've been boycotting them. So I did watch Disney to see Home Alone. I will admit that. But for the most part, I haven't been looking at them because there's nothing there. There is nothing there. There's this whole Marvel world of things they could be doing, and they're not doing any of it. And I just don't understand. Why aren't they coming out with a new show every month? Why aren't they giving the viewers what they want? It's Disney. What am I missing here? Why aren't they doing more? Why does it take them so long? How long am I going to have to wait for another damn Mandalorian? Like Boba Fett, like actual like Star Wars characters I want to see. Where are they? What's happening? Here's my questions. And there are no answers. There's that. So Disney Channel gets a thumbs down. It's 2023 and I'm still not seeing anything. I don't understand that. It's an entire year later. Where's my stuff I want to look at? Where's all these shows that should be happening? Wanda. Like, come on, man. Get with the crazy. There should be so much available. I don't really like Doctor Strange, but why isn't there a Doctor Strange show? Why are these things only made into movies? Why aren't they accelerating themselves instead of making themselves create things that, quite frankly, are not enough? That's my question. I don't know. Next part of our conversation. A House on the Bayou. That's a horror movie and it looks pretty good. I saw that horror movie on Hulu. And I know you're like, is it going to be good? It's on Hulu. I think it's going to be good. I think we should at least try it, right? Before we just say no to something, I think we got to give it a try at least. It might not be that bad. We might like it. I think we should give it a try. I really do. I'm going to give it a try. I think you should give it a try too. Moving into our next part of our conversation. Don't forget your star wherever you are. And let's talk about food. Teriyaki sushi bowl. You know I like teriyaki and you know I like sushi. So how do you make this teriyaki sushi bowl? So I would use fish, not chicken. I would, get the paper to roll it up with and get that little doohickey you use to roll up the sushi with. Honestly, when I make sushi, I don't use that, but I probably should buy that on Amazon because I'm not going in a store to buy that. Maybe they have that at Target, though. I don't know. Is that something that you think would be at Target? Maybe it would be. That would just be something I would more so... I think I'd more so just go on Amazon to buy like a specific version of it. Just because, I don't know, I think there's more flexibility with Amazon with things like that. You're going to want to get some sushi rice. Chop up some salmon. You want the salmon to not be cooked. You're going to want to get some avocado. You want to get maybe some carrots. I don't know what else you want to put in it. You could put in some fruit like mango or pineapple or whatever you want. But this is a bowl, so this isn't like a sushi roll. So I'd say start off with the sushi rice. I'd say chop up some salmon. Don't cook it. Add in the peas and all the fruit you want. Then I recommend spicy mayo because spicy mayo makes everything taste good. Duh. Then you're going to want to add in some of our little green sauce for the spice, right? Delicious. Delicious. So good. Also, it doesn't take a long time to cook this. This can be done fairly simple within, I'd say, 20 minutes. I'd say portion out the bowls to make sure it's not too much and it's not too little. But you don't want to over make the bowl because then you're not going to be able to eat it. So, delicious. Eating less meat. Eating less meat can feel like, how am I going to do this? But it's possible for you to eat less meat. Just eat more like sushi. Like, eat more things that don't have meat in it. Like, don't eat hamburgers every day or burgers every day. Or stay away from certain restaurants. Or replace meat with something else. It's possible to eat different things and not feel bad about it. It's all possible. Also, it's going to make you feel healthier and it's going to make you feel better. So I totally recommend that. This is for your livelihood over time. Less meat is going to be better for your body. But if you are eating meat, you just, have to eat the serving size of it and don't like overeat it. And honestly, I'd say stay away from red meat. Just all together, try to stay away from it. I'm going to be going out of my way to make sure I'm not eating red meat like that, or I'm having like a limited edition of it, just because I don't really want to be eating that. Honestly, part of me just wants to go vegan again just because I want to stay away from meat, especially based off of everything I've seen with videos and the fact that I did it for so long. Like, part of me just wants to go back to that and stay away from it. I'm tempted to do it. We'll see what happens. Summer rolls. Easy summer rolls. So the easy summer rolls, you get the rolling paper, get some lettuce. You could do it with shrimp. You could do it with salmon. You got to make like a peanut butter, like spicy sauce, to dip it in. It depends on what sauce you want. I personally really like sweet and sour. That's really my go-to. But you could basically make whatever sauce you want to dip it in, or spicy mayo. It's really dependent on what you want. I'm not sure what sauce you're going to want, but you take the paper, right? You take the lettuce. You could take whatever else you want to put inside of it. I recommend carrot, and then you pick like whatever else you want to put on top of it. Honestly, I put shrimp or salmon. You roll it up very tightly, and you make sure you fold the ends in when you're rolling it, and you make sure it's tight, but also so you can eat it, and you're not cooking the shrimp. Or if you're cooking them for like a very brief moment, just till a little color comes on it, and then you're taking it and you're rolling it in the paper. Very simple, very easy. You can make quite a few of them. They don't take long to make at all. And it's just another healthy option for you to eat with. That's not really gouged in sauce and bread and like staying away from all the calories, man. These are better options long term. Just saying. Low carb fried rice. So you use cauliflower rice, peas. I'd say ham or spam, but honestly, I'd use ham or bacon. Chop it up into small pieces. Then you're going to want to, what else? Take an egg, make it scrambled, put that in it too. That's really going to give it the texture and the feel of like fried rice. Then you're going to want to get like some soy sauce, add that in, but not too much. I'd even add in a little bit of spice like sriracha. You're going to want to make your own sweet and sour sauce, or you can buy the already made sweet and sour sauce. You can pour that on top of it. And then if you want to get creative, you could add some shrimp into it and then make your own shrimp fried rice. There you go. You just made your low carb version of it by using cauliflower rice. Or you could sub that out and use whatever rice you want that's not cauliflower. If you want to use the sushi rice, I guess you could use that. But honestly, for fried rice, I wouldn't use sushi rice. I'd use a more thicker rice. But you could buy the bagged rice. You can really look at it and venture into whatever rice you want, honestly. Whatever you feel is going to be the best option for you. I'd go with that. Next part of the conversation. Shrimp. I do love shrimp. And shrimp fried rice is one of my favorites. Honestly, this is what I want to do for like a shrimp meal. I want to take shrimp, get the sticks, put the shrimp on the sticks, and do like my own shrimp hibachi. And then I want to like dip the shrimp into a sauce. Or I want to like use shrimp to make like a skillet, or make like a shrimp pasta. I love shrimp. I love scallops. I love the texture of both of those seafoods. I love salmon. I love seafood. Honestly, maybe I should just be a pescatarian instead of a a meat eater, but we'll see what happens. For the most part, those are like my favorites. But I love shrimp. If I could eat it every day, I would. We'll see what happens, but I'm trying. Next part of our conversation. I see seafood everywhere. Lurking over there is some crab ragoon. And let's not forget lobster. Yo, the worst is when I hear people say they don't like lobster. Where are you from that you don't like lobster? Are we having the same conversation? Lobster is the most delicate, delicious thing that has ever existed in life. And if you're telling me you don't like lobster, something is wrong with you. I'm just going to make that assumption because otherwise, I'm not sure what's wrong that people don't like lobster. Some people aren't seafood people. I don't understand it. I love all seafood, honestly. Honestly, is there anything that's seafood I wouldn't eat? Honestly, I think I'd try and not eat all of it. I love fish. I love fish fries. I like fish stews, fish soups, fish anything. I'll eat it. I'm not opposed to anything seafood related. Pasta, whether it's by itself, whether it's baked, whether it's put in a slow cooker, whether it's in a frying pan, I will eat it with a smile on my face because I think it's delicious and it's one of my most favorite things to find. Literally. Next part of our conversation, using the quesadilla machine. So I bought a quesadilla machine last year and I still haven't used it yet, but I need to. I really feel like I did a better job of not buying a bunch of crap I didn't need and just filling it up, and I'm glad that I didn't do it. This year, I am going to be doing a better job of spending money on things that don't need it. Yeah, pass. But I don't know. I feel like I want to use the quesadilla machine, but like, what should I add into the quesadilla when I'm making it? Because I told you about the sheet pan idea I had with the quesadilla, so I already did that, and those are pretty good. But with the quesadilla machine, how much can I put in the quesadilla machine? I feel like maybe I could really load it up depending on if I do like a shrimp or a chicken one. I want to add the queso in and the cheese. Probably won't put lettuce and tomato in it, but that might be fun. I guess we'll see what happens. Honestly, I do think I'm going to try the quesadilla machine because you know I like quesadillas, so let's see what happens with it. It is time for the show to end, yo. I'm sad about this. But guess what? I'll see you same place, same time tomorrow on Hump Day, the middle of the week. And after that, 2 more days left to Friday. And I get to be lazy on Saturday. Because guess what? I don't have to work this Saturday. So I'm sleeping all day, catching up with movies, having a good time with Skip, enjoying the weekend. Every other weekend is not that bad. I'm not going to complain. Thanks for tuning in to the pod of Born to Be a Star. Don't forget that you are a star wherever you are. Retain your star power and know there's nothing you can't do. In a world that wants to tell you what you're not good at, I'm here to tell you to ignore it. I'm here to tell you to be unapologetically energetic with yourself. I'm here to tell you that there isn't anything you can't accomplish. Because the world's telling you what you can't accomplish because they know you can do it. Do you think if things were as bad as they said it was, they'd be fighting you to stay in the house? Chase your dreams. Be a star. Be the light in the darkness. And don't hold anything back. Together, we're going to change the universe. Together, we're going to make this a better place for our children to grow up in. And together, we're going to radiate the light. I believe in you. no matter where you are, no matter what you're dealing with, I know you are a star. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.